YouTube. This is Frostmane117 coming to you from the ruined universe of Warhammer 40k, and we're playing Retribution right now, which is a tactical RPG where you get to choose from 6 different factions to play as. We got the Chaos faction.
Do not waste my time.
The Tyranid faction. The Eldars.
And survive.
Space Elves. You got the Space Marines. The Imperial.
Today.
And then the Lovable Order.
There's something to make me rich.
Now, all 6 races have their own specific types of ways of doing things, and everyone's got their own preferred playing style, and some just like how some of them just act. Like the Orcs here act like real fools. It's pretty much the comedy campaign with how much fun and destruction they get into. But we'll be playing as the Imperial Guard first. We'll make it easy
10 years
so
ago,
everybody can see.
we Blood Ravens destroyed the demon Alcair, ending his schemes to
Story
rock
as opposed to
Subsector
gameplay.
Arabia into a festering hellscape. We thought our victory would mark the end of the war for the sector. We were wrong. New demonic incursions relentlessly plagued her planets, Aurelia, Typhon, Calderis, and Meridian. In response, the Imperial Guard, the hammer of the Emperor, was deployed en masse to the sector to secure her, to defend her. Yet the incursions only grew in number, and soon were worsened by insurrection and madness among the Guard's ranks. Now the sector sits helpless, racked by constant, endless, unremitting war. We are Space Marines. We are the Blood Ravens. We would act, yet we too are locked in warfare with one another. Azariah Kairos, our chapter master and chief librarian, has declared the heroes of Aurelia to be renegades. Now we are hunted by our own brothers, brothers unaware of the chapter master's secret allegiance to Alcair. A corrupt Space Marine chapter master, a militia crippled by disorder and turmoil, demons, renegades, a sector that knows only war. The Imperium has had enough. One solution remains for the sector. A solution with which I am all too familiar. The Ordo Malleus approaches, the Holy Imperial Inquisition. Their colossal ships bear the munitions to perform exterminatus, cleansing every planet of the sector of life, Xenos and human, corrupt and innocent. But I have an ally in the Inquisition, an ally made during my darkest moment, and she has heeded my call. She will arrive in the sector before the Exterminatus fleet arrives to investigate my claims. With proof, she has the power to halt the impending destruction, if she wishes.
Alright, for those who do not know, the Imperial Guard works for the human race as the basically the bareback of its protection agencies. Space Marines are just those that go and end the conflict. The Imperials are the ones who fight most of the time. And joining the Imperial Guard is a good way to shorten your life expectancy by 80%. Because if you're not getting killed by your enemies, you're either getting killed by your officers or just from distinct lack of proper care.
Perhaps not all of the men of this sector are cowards. According to these cravens, one did not run when ambushed.
Not a coward, but perhaps a fool for allowing himself to be ambushed. I suppose we should collect him in the faint hope that he has useful intelligence about the situation. We'll need to move quickly, and there will no doubt be Xenos between us and our missing man. Commander here.
Yeah, take
Go
notes
ahead.
of that. He only wants
then.
to save the dude.
The leader of the
see if he's got
Xenos
any
that
intel.
infest this place can't be
Not
far.
that he might need help.
Our missing sergeant may have more information for us. All that remains is to carve a path through these beasts to reach him.
This is basic attitude of Imperial Guard officers. The higher up
Over
they
the
get, the
proverbial
more
reach. New
jerks
report.
they become.
Enemy contact.
This pain is nothing to me.
Now is the time to move.
And there's our sergeant.
And there he is. Our fallen sergeant. Weaker than he needs to be, but stronger than I expected. I think this man can be salvaged.
Don't you doubt me. Thank you, General. I thought this might finally be it.
Your lack of cowardice is refreshing, Sergeant Major. But your weakness is typical of this sector. I'll toughen you up or use you up, perhaps both, as the Imperium requires. Commander here. I am on my way.
Of course, it would be even heavier. We came out here to make a walk, didn't we? Very here, sir. Ambush!
As expected. The best response to an ambush is to counterattack, quickly and forcefully. That was satisfying. One less tyranny. Now, on to our objective. I hear you. I am under attack.
Another Xenos wiped.
Tyranny target eliminated. Right, moving.
This game is all about coverage usage. You can't just leave your men out in the
A
open.
brave man will not fear enemy
shot
fire, but a
like
smart
they
man will not needlessly
back in
expose himself to
Napoleon
it.
days.
Had you been smarter, you might not have fallen earlier, Sergeant.
Had I been smarter, I would have left this subsector years ago. So we are under attack out here!
New report. Enemy contact.
Xeno's dead.
Target is down.
Sir, are you seeing this?
This had better be important.
Retribution.
That was satisfying.
Unit
Moving now.
through to the next firefight. Each mission has a lot of them. That's why you get reinforcements.
We must secure that structure at once. We will be able to procure additional forces there. I shall see to it.
This is the Imperial Barracks. Basically, this is where you get your units for each mission.
I have captured it as requested.
Gain the
I'm on the
materials for
object.
said requisition through these here boxes contain either energy or
Object targeted.
supplies
Proceeding with
requisition.
attack.
So you can then summon up whatever units you can summon.
Acadians reporting for duty, sir.
A simple squad of guardsmen is our basic and most useful infantry option. They'll crumble in close combat, but they pack enough lasguns at long range that it doesn't matter. On the field, they can be further assigned resources and war gear to enhance their firepower.
Imperial guardsmen are some of the more basic and weak units.
Put down another Tyranid!
You guys mostly use vehicles and armor, tanks, to make up for the human weakness of the guardsmen.
I'm on the object.
Uh-oh. Blanket.
Getting caught in the open by those would be nasty.
I'm pinned down.
We're pinned down out here!
That right there is the Orcs heavy weapon crew, walking right into their arc of fire. Just
Right.
your way to
Moving.
get killed.
I have this
All you
orc.
gotta do is flank them, kill them.
Moving now.
Earlier, I upgraded the guardsmen with the flamers, basic flamethrower weapon that can help.
Some plane crash near us, sir.
An orc ship. Orcs have an obsession with salvaged materials. We may find something useful. Kill any Xenos and take what we can use. Right then. Moving. Put those sluggers down. Reporting enemy contact. On my way. Engaging target.
Simple shooters. Enemy destroyed.
Take out those shooters.
See the odds that keep coming down.
We are
every
under
time
orc.
these guys
Orc
die,
shooters engaged.
are pieces of war too.
Tyranid foe eliminated.
Heroes.
Object targeted. Proceeding with attack.
Your squad. Depending on what here it is. The weapon, armor, right here. This is a reinforced carapace armor, which would be very useful
Right.
for
Moving.
the Lord Governor whenever I get finished with these. In between missions, you'll get a chance to upgrade or re-equipped
Now
war
is
gear
the time to move.
for your heroes.
There's the
We are engaged here. Fire is too heavy here.
The worst thing that can happen to a unit in this game
One less tyranny.
means they're slower, their attacks are less accurate,
Moving now.
which is why you want to get under good cover, prevent them from being compromised.
Tyrannid target eliminated.
Xeno filth. Very
the
near us.
target. This ammo's heavy.
Right now I'm using the Sergeant's grenade ability to toss a grenade in the middle of those guys.
Commander here. Go ahead. I am on my making my attack.
Yeah, it's not that
That was satisfying.
good. 75% of those little things.
I shall see to it.
Got another
Hold up.
base.
Done here for now.
Means we're about to get a new unit.
I have captured it as requested.
A heavy weapon squad would be handy here. Their suppressing fire would slow and cripple any enemy push.
Like Sarge said, heavy weapons unit. Takes a while for them to get ready and load
The
up.
Tyrannids will try to dislodge
Ready
us
to
from this
fire?
place.
That's why I
We'll
recommend
use the
putting
terrain to our advantage and disabuse them of this notion.
So they quickly shift between it, whichever area
Right
they
then.
need.
Moving. Commander here. Ready and able.
I protect...
We're about to get hit.
We are under attack! Put down another Tyranid!
One less Tyranid!
I love that sound!
This had better be
We're gonna have to
important.
reposition on the other side.
On my way.
And watch as the heavy teams will be able to fire from this direction as well.
Holding enemy contact!
Your attacks are misspent.
Put down another Tyranid!
Tyranid targets eliminated. I'm here now. That's less vermin, at least. Right, moving.
Order, sir!
I recommend making sure every one of your units
We have a
that
target.
a chance of dying has that button.
Tyranid have engaged us!
I am sir.
Get down in here! I love that sound!
Guardsmen, they're going to be a reinforcement.
I hear you. Stand back, I'll show you how it's done.
I have no fear. Remove from the galaxy.
Target
Hero has
serviced.
their own special abilities, weapons, and techniques that they're useful. Oh, that's a lot of them.
Now is the time to move.
Tyranid attack! Tyranid!
Uniform. Enemy contact.
Put down another Tyranid! Let's do it! Everyone out!
This pain is
Let
not...
none seize the moment. The Hive Lord is nearby. This had better be
We
important.
have a target.
I am on my way.
If you lose a hero, you just pay a little requisition and they'll respawn at the last base you unlocked.
Right then. Moving. Object targeted. Proceeding with attack.
Tyranid poison this place.
Now is the time to move.
We have a target.
Like
These are the
last-
Use your cover, men! Get up before they
I hear you.
Under attack! Cover holding! I love that sound! They won't quit! Go ahead, sir. That prop cover may not hold for long. Enemy into the sound of us. We are under attack! Put down another Tyranid! Make your attack! The Horde have a sight!
This had better be important. Seeing to it.
We could use better cover! Let's do it! Everyone out!
Alright, we're almost to the next.
I am under attack.
We're moving now! I love that sound!
Most missions always end with a kind of
Let's
a boss
go!
battle.
I have
Really
captured
know
it
what kind
as
of mission
requested.
you're doing.
Here, let's get to it. Processing the lad's request.
Commander here. Go ahead. I am on my way.
You know we're ready.
A magnificent specimen. Don't you agree, Merrick?
You admire the horror, General?
Indeed. Its head will go nicely in my trophy collection. Aim low.
Everyone
The
get
enemy is
inside.
here.
So yeah, this
Let's
is
get
the
to
Hive
it.
Lord of the
Commander here. Ready?
Here it
Right
is,
then.
only
Moving.
hero unit. The rest is nothing more than it.
Take a good look, men. This is how I deal with Xenos. As well as traitors and cowards. All much the same to me, really. I'm pinned down! This beast is strong, but strength is no match for intelligence and resolve.
All large caliber explosive rounds, for that matter.
Now you're getting into the spirit, Sergeant Major. This ended better than it should have, considering the poor quality and resolve of the guardsmen here. Now that we have regrouped with Commissar Lord Byrne, no act of cowardice or incompetence will go unnoticed, or unpunished.
With all due respect, General, I've been killing these beasts for a decade now, along with most every other Xenos known to the Imperium.
Sergeant Major, nobody questions your valor or loyalty. It is a beacon in a dark sea of apathy and heresy. Which is why I led the Lord General here, to you and your men. I am Inquisitor Adrastia of the Ordo Hereticus. The Inquisition is no stranger to this sector, having dealt with Cyrene in the approved manner some time ago. Now they are returning, to apply that solution to remaining planets of Subsector Aurelia.
You mean?
Exterminatus. The complete and utter destruction of every inhabited world in this sector. No one will be spared. Traitor, Xenos, or loyal. All will die.
Yep, they are that sure on ending corruption. They're willing to blow up an entire sector of
For the
planet.
Emperor, sir. Ever onward.
At the end of each mission, you'll get a mission reward. And now we go back to the galaxy map where we can then upgrade and re-equip our heroes and get the mission briefing on the next mission. We also get to choose between either war gear or new abilities or extra firepower for certain squads.
The Exterminatus fleet will arrive in 3 weeks. I, however, am here on my own accord as a courtesy to Captain Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens chapter of Space Marines. He has a theory about the problems in this sector. It is a very interesting theory, and if it proves to be true, I can halt the Exterminatus. Unfortunately, I cannot prove or disprove this theory without assistance. Your assistance.
Why do you need me and my men?
Due to the delicate nature of my investigation, I am unable to make use of the normal channels. But you have proven trustworthy and resourceful. With the Lord General's guidance, you can be of great use to me.
Which still leaves us a problem of transportation about the sector. We need to move about with freedom and without Imperial support.
I am aware of a means to solve this transportation issue. All of the planets in this sector are linked. Teleportariums, created in the dark age of technology, enable travel between planets, if one knows where to find them and how to make use of them. One of the teleportarium devices is actually quite near, in a war zone controlled by renegades and traitors. We must reach that teleportarium, and we must move quickly.
Oh, that's it for this time, folks. Signing off.